The spirit of the Liverbird is well and truly alive. And in today's game, we saw Liverpool overcome Chelsea with their inspirational captain popping up towards the end to give them a crucial goal and a victory that ensures that in his twilight, Jurgen Klopp will be able to walk away with at least a trophy. Chelsea gave as good as they got. They were well-worthy opponents for a Liverpool side, and their performance belied their previous performance when they went to Anfield and they were beaten 4-1. Today, Chelsea showed that they can at least compete with Liverpool. But unfortunately, in losing today, they have now lost 6 of their last domestic cup finals. And that is going to be an unwanted record for anyone in the Premier League. But even more so for a Chelsea squad that has been assembled with billions of dollars. And to make it worse, they lost to a squad that didn't have Diogo Jota, did not have Mo Salah, did not have Trent Alexander-Arnold, or Darwin Núñez. And they even lost a player at the start of the game in Ryan Gravenberch, who is going to be one of the players that Liverpool are going to be hoping will carry on the mantle of squads of past. Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy Izzy, and if you're new to the channel, please consider hitting that like and the subscribe button to let YouTube and everybody else know that you are enjoying this content. Now, Chelsea gave as good as they got. This game did not go away from them because they didn't attempt to play against Liverpool. Now, we know that Liverpool are the better side, and if they had most of their players in this game, it probably would have been a shoo-in for Liverpool. But Chelsea made it a difficult game. And when you look at all of the opportunities that befell both sides, Chelsea probably had the clearer-cut opportunities that were one-on-ones. Liverpool had to make much more hard work of the opportunities that they had, and they did hit the post when Cody Gakpo went close. On the other side, Chelsea had a goal that was ruled out for offside. Liverpool also had a goal that was ruled out for offside. Chelsea were playing very well, and I can think of some opportunities that they really should have taken advantage of. For example, when Conor Gallagher was one-on-one against Kelleher, who had had a fantastic game all the way throughout, he really should have dispatched of that opportunity. But sometimes these games go away from you, not because you didn't play well, but because sometimes it's just not your day. And Chelsea had numerous opportunities. Gallagher himself hit the post later on as well with a nice deft flick that hit the bottom right-hand post. Sometimes things just don't work out for you. And for Liverpool, it also might have looked that way when Gravenberch went injured in the first half and Caicedo was not even punished with a yellow card. So some of these things tend to not work out in your favor. But for Liverpool, they can always count on the fact that their squad has this unbelievable togetherness. And when I talk about system teams, Liverpool are one of the best system teams in the league. I've always said that them and Manchester City, and when you think of Brighton and Arsenal and maybe Aston Villa, are the other teams that when you just plug in a player, they always seem to do exactly what they're supposed to do. So when you see Connor Bradley being able to maraud over on the right-hand side, almost in the same fashion that Andy Robertson is able to do it on the left-hand side, you realize that this squad is not only imbued in the personality of Jurgen Klopp, but it also has character in it because these players almost instinctively know what they need to do. And that's a measure of a team that's very well coached. On the other side, Chelsea are also trying to establish an identity. And now they are starting to come off as a very good counter-attacking side. And we saw them have opportunities. Like, for example, when Sterling's goal was ruled out for offside, Nicholas Jackson had done some very good work. And if it wasn't just for the fact that his knee was a hair's length ahead of Konate, well, they might have been 1-0 ahead. They also had numerous opportunities that they just weren't able to take care of. There was that opportunity when the ball was ping-ponging all the way in the defensive area, and it ended up with Kelleher just being able to clasp it because the resulting shot went directly at him. So sometimes you need luck in these games. Chelsea just didn't have that luck today. But the thing that will make this loss sting, and sting very badly for them, is the fact that they lost to a team that had numerous youngsters. Liverpool were not at their best, and they didn't have their best players on the squad. But what they do have is that team spirit, and they just have this ability to slug it out in games and the tactical acumen of Jurgen Klopp to be able to make sure that they get the victory at the end of the day. It's going to be a very hard loss for Chelsea to take. And the fact that this is their 6th consecutive loss in a cup final, an unwanted record for anyone in the league to have, is going to impact them. But if there is one shred that they can take of positivity in this game, is that they actually did play decent football. it was going to be a tough and a tall fixture to try and overcome what is this Liverpool juggernaut and this ability for them to rise up to the occasion. And even the youngsters showed that they also have the same fighting spirit that is input in every Liverpool player. Chelsea are going to hope that the next game comes thick and fast for them, but I do believe they're going to face Leeds in the FA Cup, and that's going to be another tough game for them, because if I can remember correctly, Leeds were taking on Leicester this weekend in the Championship, and I think they won that game. Liverpool are going to be sitting and marinating in this victory, but as we know, Liverpool and Jurgen Klopp, they are going to be looking to the next fixture to be able to try and make sure they take advantage of this feel-good spirit in the squad and knock it out really quickly. But they will want a little bit of room before they play their next Premier League fixture, because they do have a lot of injuries right now. I have had them as my favorites for the league title for a while now, and I say that because I look at their run-in and I think it's much more favorable than the likes of Arsenal and Manchester City, who have very hard run-ins, especially Manchester City, because in a couple of weeks' time, Manchester City are going to face up 5 or 6 teams that are all in the top 7. So that's going to be very hard for them. When you couple that with the fact that Liverpool's tougher fixtures are going to be at home, well, then it looks as though Liverpool are going to be formidable opponents for anybody for the rest of the season. But in light of Arsenal's recent good form, Liverpool's injury list, and Manchester City's indifferent form as far as them dispatching of their opponents, I am kind of revising my Premier League predictions. I am now still leaning with Liverpool, but only just ahead of Arsenal. And this is probably going to surprise you, but I now have Manchester City in third, because if Manchester City are to drop points in any one of those fixtures in their run-in, I think it's going to significantly hamper them. And when they go to Anfield and when they face Arsenal, I think that they might be able to drop more points in those fixtures. So right now, I know this is going to sound crazy, but I just have Liverpool only just ahead of Arsenal. And that's only because I think Liverpool have a favorable run-in when it comes to home fixtures. But I am increasingly confident of Arsenal being able to win this title. And it's going to hinge a lot on that fixture when they go to the Etihad. If Arsenal are to be able to get a draw or to get a victory, I will have Arsenal as my favorites to win this title. But for now, I still have Liverpool, and if they're able to get their players back, I still have a lot of confidence in the fact that Jurgen Klopp might be able to see out this challenge as they try to win their Premier League trophy. As far as Chelsea, I don't see them challenging that top 6 that much. I think that they will bobble between 8th and 10th place, which is not going to be the worst thing for them at this moment, but they will be hurting very badly after this loss. I just encourage Chelsea to not look at the fact that they lost, but the fact that they have been improving in their recent form. And this game was even for a great majority of the game. It just was that Liverpool had that little extra edge to be able to win the game. But anyway, guys, let me know what you think. It's your boy Izzy. Thank you for watching. It was a great game to watch. But until the next review, peace.